Hi again, kids. For your project today, we are going to make something called an Agamograph. And this was invented by an artist from Israel called Yaakov Agam. To make this, we need 2 sheets of A4 paper, but we need to cut it to make it slightly less wide. The paper must be 25 centimeters wide, and you have to measure it very carefully to make sure that it is exactly 25 centimeters. Join those lines and then cut this part off. So now we have 2 pieces of paper that are 25 centimeters wide, and now we need to divide each sheet into 10 equal columns. How wide must each column be? Many of you can work that out in your head, but of course you all know how to use long division now, and you can work it out in that way too. So 10 goes into 2, no times. 0 times 10 is 0. 2 minus 0 equals 2. Bring down the 5. 10 goes into 25. 2 times 10 equals 20. 25 minus 20 equals 5. 10 goes into 5 no times, so this is the remainder. .5. So now that we have our answer, we need to divide each sheet into 10 columns that are 2.5 centimeters each. You need to do this very carefully because it's important to get these measurements right. So 2.5 and 5, 7.5, 10, 22.5, and there's the last column. And then measure again further down the page so that you can then join the lines. So now we have 2 pages divided into 10 columns of 2.5 centimeters. One of these pages we can save for later. But with this one, we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, and then we need to draw a line basically down the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, 5 on the other side. And then we need to cut the sheet again. So now you have 2 pieces of paper, and I would like you to do a different painting or drawing on each. And these can be anything you want, but you have recently done a Bionik project where you have written about 2 connected ideas. Here, my examples are a shark, which I had just started to paint, and a swimmer. And the swimmer is wearing a swimsuit inspired by the shark's skin. In exactly the same way, you can use your own project ideas. For example, if you chose a dandelion which has inspired a parachute, you could do drawings of those two objects. By the way, before you start drawing, turn over your paper so that the lines are on the other side. Okay, now I need to finish my paintings. This is never easy with a camera right next to my shoulder, but I will have a go. The important thing with watercolor is to leave any white that you want. You can't paint it in afterwards. Okay, so I have now finished my drawings. The lines are on the other side, and in fact I put some here just to show you how it is divided. And what I would like you to do now is to put a letter or a number on each column. We will start with this one and just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we will put a letter A, B, C, D, and E. And now you have to cut your paintings into strips, but don't worry, you will see them all as one piece again when we are finished. Again, it's important to try to make the lines as straight as possible. Separate these strips into 2 different piles, and then you need to take your first sheet and you will then need to fold this into a concertina or fan shape. It might be a good idea to use a ruler just to score the lines, and this will help you fold it. Be careful with the scissors, of course. Okay, I'm sure you've all made a paper fan before. So when you have got your concertina form ready, it's time to stick the strips to the columns. But you have to be a little bit careful here with the sticking because they need to be in the right order. And what is the right order? Well, it's a little bit strange. For the numbers, you start here and you move backwards. Start with 5, then skip a column, go to 4, skip a column, 3, 2, 1. For the letters, we will start here, and we will start with A, and then go to B, C, D, and E. Look at that carefully and make sure you have understood. Why is the order so strange now? Well, if you think about the pictures you have created, this is the front, of course, and then we turned it over to write the numbers or letters. So if I do that with a very thick pen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I now turn it over, you can see that 5 is here on the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. The order of the strips changes. And then, of course, you need to take your strips and paste them into the right place on the background. And now you can see the effect of your artwork. You can view it on a shelf, for example, and I'm just going to move around so that you can start to see the other image. And there you can see the swimmer. Here are some more examples. I'm interested in your art, and in fact you can do anything you want for this project, and as you can see there are all sorts of cool things you can do. But it would also be great if you could use your Bionik project to create your own Agamogram. And of course, when you're finished, you can also ask the kids if they know the connection between the two pictures.